One of the most fundamental parts of account building is your mountain clan gear. The reason for this is pretty obvious. The higher rarity your mountain clan gear, the more rebel leaders you can kill, and through that, the better alliance you can join, the better alliances you can maintain the standards of to stay in, and through that you can obviously get better rewards from events in those alliances. You can get better alliance gifts yourself from receiving the benefits of other people also maintaining those higher standards of rebel leader requirements. And this is one of the few things in the game where even lower spending players can contribute as much as the highest spending player in your alliance. And of course, without high levels of rebel leader kills, you're not going to have any speed ups across your alliance, and through that, you're not going to be able to perform well in events or PvP whatsoever. So rebel leaders are very, very important, and mountain clan through that. So the timing of this video is very deliberate because it is currently Return to Westeros, and I've made a video on this previously going over how Return to Westeros is now by far and away the best way in-game currently to buy mountain clan gear through these equipment selection chests. You get 10 for 350 companion points each. And the primary question I'm going to be answering in this video is exactly how many companion points are you going to need to upgrade your mountain clan gear to the next level, or just take it all the way from nothing to gold to purple to blue, whatever you're looking to know. So I have here in a spreadsheet a few tabs going over all this, finally ending in Return to Westeros companion point costs over there. So first of all, the data sample. There is over 15,000 total mountain clan chests in this data sample. The averages and estimations on all the other tabs are drawn from this data. So obviously in practice, your data might be a bit worse than this, a bit better than this. It will vary from person to person. So the main thing that might catch eyes here is how metal braziers have over double the drop rate of Shadowcat hides. I know a lot of people find that Shadowcat hides are actually, in their mind at least, easier to get than metal braziers, and they'll often find themselves being bottlenecked from their next upgrade through the braziers more so than the Shadowcat hides. There are two reasons for this. So at the bottom, first of all, Shadowcat hides are the main material, so you can get them through the main material chests, either the selection ones or the random ones through the 7-colored star event that we have now and then. But the main reason, which most people don't think about too much, is if we look here, you actually require over 3,000 more grey braziers to fully gold your mountain clan gear than you do the Shadowcat hides. So the reasons for this is that the final item, the accessory, doesn't actually need the Shadowcat hides at all. So only 5 of the 6 items need the main material, which is weird because I feel like that should make the brazier the main material, but it is not. And you'll also note that typically more braziers are needed than the hides. So here you need 6 braziers to 5 hides, you need 4 braziers to 3 hides, you need 3 braziers to 2 hides here. So because of this, this is why the braziers tend to be the bottleneck material. It's not because they're dropping less, it's just because you're using them more. And all in all, from this tab, you can see up here, chests needed for the set, you will require a total of about 28,000 mountain clan chests to fully gold the entire mountain clan set. Will be a bit less than this because of the likes of main material chests, so it'll probably be somewhere between 21 and 28,000, somewhere in that range. And then if we look at the Return to Westeros costs for that, it will be a total of about 1.1 million companion points to fully gold your set. For the lower rarities, it'll be about 27,000 in total when adding all these up to get it to fully purple, and a little less than 70,000 to get to full blue. You can really see the jump from purple to gold, where the gold crossbow, just going from purple to gold alone, is almost the same value as getting the entire set up to purple in its entirety. And there definitely is a spike in costs there. You could potentially reach quite an interesting position where if you have, say, full purple mountain clan, it could arguably be more efficient for you if you're using several pre-hitters to hit rebels to then hit with your main, to actually put your Return to Westeros alts on your alts and upgrade their mountain clan up to blue or purple, and indirectly that could actually offer you a route into more rebel leader kills than just fully golding your own mountain clan, or even just after you've golded your own mountain clan, then go back and get better mountain clan on your free hitters as well, which is probably something people don't overly think about because they're looking to buy out the boots and SS medals and stuff like that in the shop on their main instead. One other note which I'd never thought of until recording this video is some of the names of these mountain clan pieces. You got hard hat, leather trousers. This whole set is literally just decking you out in like a fucking Bob the Builder cosplay, which was not something that had ever come to mind before. But finally, you see on the right here, you can see the equivalent costs of other sources of mountain clan chests and comparing them to what their equivalent value would have been in companion points and buying the mountain clan chests through Return to Westeros. So full KVK rewards, this is maximum individual points, maximum alliance points, and your alliance finishing first, which is potentially not always achievable, of course, but that will give you a total of 300 chests, which is equivalent to a little over 10k companion points. With that, you could almost get the entire set up to green. You'll probably have half grey, half green on your full set through that. And then if you want to go all the way up to blue on a fresh account, you would need 6-7 KVKs to get up there. And of course, making improvements through purely KVK past that point when you're at purple gold is just very unrealistic unless you're hitting gold materials through luck. The other conclusion we can draw from this is really reaffirming how bad buying mountain clan chests with black diamonds is. So, as a frame of reference, 400 activity points on an alt will give you 800 companion points because the activity points are doubled for just 1 day of maintenance. So the default pack for Mountain Clan is about the equivalent of 2.5 days of just doing maintenance on a Return to Westeros alt for free, which is just not worth it at all when you consider the cost of that being $5. The most efficient way to buy it free money is Lucky Discount. This is 90% Lucky Discounts, and it's about the same value there, whilst being at 10% of the cost, of course. You have limited sales as well and other means to buy this, but all in all, the best way for you to improve your Mountain Clan gear will be returning alt accounts and just doing maintenance on them and buying the equipment selection chests and getting Mountain Clan gear with them, because the value elsewhere just isn't high enough to justify the actual cost of it. So all in all, I imagine the main points of relevance will be each of these tabs individually for people to get a rough idea of how much they need to do in Return to Westeros to improve each piece. It clearly isn't something you can just do overnight, fully golding your Mountain Clan gear, but if you can bring back a bunch of alts to do maintenance on them each day, you can quite realistically make a couple of improvements each time the event comes around, and then after a little while, you will of course have your full gold Mountain Clan, and then with that, you'll be set forevermore.